Join us in half an hour if you can for our science fantasy film, Making Contact. Before that, we take to the racetracks.
Start your engines.
Well, good morning to you, and here we are recording this from Elkhart Lake. It's one of the most beautiful settings on the round of the Indycar World Series. It's round 12, and as you can see from the good positions yesterday, we certainly have an exciting race for you. Pipped for pole position, unfortunately, by the Penske team with poor Tracy, who did a very quick lap, and myself, but I will say that it's the first time I believe that the Newman Haas team's been on the front row of the grid here. Historically they haven't qualified well here, and so at least we're on the front row, and expectations really is just to stay out of trouble and collect those valuable points. Emerson is going to be quick in the Penske today, there's no question about that, and of course my teammate Mario, who's gone exceedingly well. And the weather conditions, hopefully a little bit cloudy, but no rain, and we've just got to hope, as always, for reliability and a good, clean, great race.
Yes, round 12 of the 16-race IndyCar Series. An 80,000 crowd has made it to Road America by Elkhart Lake in the heart of the Wisconsin countryside. It's 50 laps of a demanding 4-mile road course that's already been attracting interest from Formula One. Nigel Mansell is 25 points clear in the championship table, but there's still a long way to go, and the pack is waiting for a chink in the armour. Mansell is the man in form, and he's been taking the Indy Series by storm, incredibly destroying the oval circuits that were supposed to trip him up. First, the Milwaukee Mile, then the Michigan 500 Superspeedway. And last time out, the fierce battle with Paul Tracy to win the New England 200 in a roller coaster of a race. Can the lion keep roaring? Paul Tracy already has 3 road course victories under his belt this season. Last year at Elkhart Lake, he wrecked his car gunning for the track record. He still made pole position, but inexperience let him down, and it cost him the race. But at 24, time is on the side of the Canadian. Time should have run out for 46-year-old Emerson Fittipaldi, but it seems to stand still. Lying behind Nigel in the championship, he's won this race 3 times in 1986, 88 and again last year. Can the great Brazilian mount a final charge? Or will Road America be the start of Nigel Mansell's run for home and the IndyCar title? Paul Tracy has been in the wars again this year, hitting the wall at 180 miles an hour in practice, severely damaging his neck and ankles.
I've been able to combat the pain since I got on top of it right away. I think if I had waited, there would have been a lot of swelling in my ankle, but I was able to look after that right away. And my neck is real sore, and I'm having to use double straps to keep my head in place so my neck doesn't move because it's really sore. But my ankle's got the movement in it, but it's sore when I really press hard on the brake. So over a long race, I'm going to have to see how it feels.
Despite his injuries, Tracy still managed to claim pole position ahead of second-place Mansell, with Mario Andretti and Roel Bursell on the second row and Fittipaldi qualifying 5th fastest. It should be some race. The Newman House Racing team marked its 10th anniversary this weekend, but they couldn't celebrate with the signature of Nigel Mansell. However, a $10 million two-year deal is expected soon. So, with a new engine fitted in Red 5 hours before the race, can Nigel extend his lead in the Indy Series? A trip to California to see Nigel in the last race of the season coming up in our competition. But first, let's join commentators Paul Page, Derek Daly, Guy Hobbs and Alvaro Martin.
Now as they come off of the 14th turn, the final corner, you'll see the pit exit over to the right. They climb this hill here. Some G-loading right down in the cockpit when they approach here at speed. And Paul Tracy brings the field toward the green flag. Here they come. No start. Yellow flag comes out. Laps will count, but they will not race.
Well, Tracy was clearly ahead of Mansell, but our starter didn't like the formation he saw there, or else further back down the grid. So they go 4 more miles and line up again to do it a second time.
Keeping an eye on Danny Sullivan's car. Again, reported problems with this machine as they came around. Official word on the start exactly as Derek Daly suggested it, because the field was not lined up. There's the smoke at the back of that car.
He's in trouble. Sullivan is in trouble. There looks to be too much smoke there for that to be normal.
So Danny Sullivan with a problem. We'll continue to keep an eye on him. And we're green. Paul Tracy surges again to the front of the field. Nigel Mansell chases. Andretti battles for third place against Raul Boisel as Mansell comes in right behind Paul Tracy. And Tracy leads him through the first corner. Now downhill and a tremendous set of elevation changes at this track. Emerson Fittipaldi looking for racing room as he closes in as well.
Robbie Gordon actually went outside Emerson in that turn 1, but we're inside with Mansell very briefly, right up behind Tracy.
Paul Tracy now has to hold off as Nigel Mansell does everything he can under heavy braking coming down into Station 5. Mario Andretti ducks inside of Nigel Mansell. They climb the hill still in the same order.
Look at Robbie Gordon. Robbie Gordon is flying on this opening lap.
Gordon gets around Al Unser Jr., comes up to the top of the hill. The rest of the field comes through safely. Now Paul Tracy begins to pull away a little bit. Keep an eye on that black car of Robbie Gordon as he lines up behind Raul Boisel. It's Tracy, Mansell, Mario Andretti, Boisel, Robbie Gordon, Al Unser Jr. And He got off and got back on and kept it under control.
Now he's in trouble though. Look at Al Jr. has the run on him, but he's going to block him. He's going to block him. Look, down the inside.
Emerson Fittipaldi currently runs in 8th place, trying to catch up with the rest of the field. Just moments ago, one car off, Adrian Fernandez dropped a wheel off and caught the barrier very hard and then slid to a stop. That's over on the back side of the course. And the yellow flags being displayed all around the course, which means a full course yellow. Gordon Johncock is the driver of the pace car. He will come out on the course. They'll slow the field down. No passing at this moment. Tracy almost totally alone as he sees the green flag. Gets a good jump on the rest of the field. He's chased by Mansell. Roberto Guerrero in the red car is not a factor here. He is down a lap to the rest of the field, but the field has to deal with him. Mansell chases him, then Andretti chases Mansell. Now Robbie Gordon.
Look at Robbie Gordon.
Robbie Gordon comes in to challenge Andretti, while at the same time Fittipaldi was challenging Lyondike. Gordon off the course again. It gives the position back to Andretti. Second time off the course today for Gordon. Paul Tracy is the leader, followed by Nigel Mansell, the current points leader. Mario Andretti is in third.
You hear that? You hear that? Something went wrong. It's over. It broke as we were in car with Sullivan, under braking, and finally it coughs enough. It's over.
Paul Tracy and Nigel Mansell lead it. In third place is Mario Andretti, but they are laid out for Paul Tracy as Tracy comes up the hill, heads for the chicane, and for what should be the first of 2 stops, Gary Gerald is there.
Well, the moment that these teams wait so anxiously for, they want to display their skills, their capability. They're ready now. The Penske team for Paul Tracy, here he is perfectly on the mark. The young driver hit it right on the nose. No word about any discomfort in the cockpit. Remember, he's far from 100% physically, but they love the way the car's been working. racing. They like the fuel mileage. Everything is very positive. Mansell is in. Tracy's out in 14 seconds. Let's go to Jan.
Nigel Mansell just screams away, Gary. They waited for every last drop of fuel. Not one change on Mansell's car. He's away.
Here comes Mansell. Tracy already out of the pits. Both of them have to be very concerned with the speed limit in the pits. Robbie Gordon is in the pits as well. Dyke stayed out, as did Fittipaldi, Raoul Boisel, and Mike Groff, so they run first through fourth.
He can't stay out much longer. He's probably on his way to the pit lane now, having done 18 laps. 16 was the magical lap number before we had that lengthy yellow. What's he going to do?
Through the final corner, yes, he comes over to the right and up the pit road, so he will relinquish the lead, as will, we assume, Fittipaldi. There he is. But Raoul Boisel stays out, as he should, because he picked up fuel in the early going.
And they look so slow and controlled when they do 80 miles an hour coming down this pit lane. They're in together. This is a fight between the two crews.
And Paul Tracy comes around both of them. And Tracy picks up the lead of the race, but Raoul Boisel may have fallen into a position that puts him into second place. As you ride with Nigel Mansell, he is in third place. With that miscue on the pit stop in the early going, Raoul Boisel picked up an advantage for this stop. Of course, he'll be out of the pit stop sequence for the remainder of the day now. So Raoul Boisel is in second place, and you can see, looking ahead for Mansell's car, Boisel is not in sight. He is closer to Tracy than he is to Mansell, and he is beginning now to close on Paul Tracy.
This is a shame, because Alonso Jr., after he qualified 6th, thought he had the best handling car that he has had all year and really thought he could challenge to try and win this race. Now it's over. And Boisel is in.
So Raoul drops out of second place. The front of the field, it is still Paul Tracy. You ride with Bobby Rahal, and Nigel Mansell is now running in second place, his teammate Mario behind him.
Ah, Tony. The egg mayonnaise?
It's off, madame.
The bolognese?
That's off too, madame.
What about the gravy? The salad dressing? The red wine? All off. It's a different jacket.
No, a different detergent.
Persil Micro Liquid should always be on the menu. Because it has a double cleaning action, it can tackle more than one kind of stain. It combines an action on fat and an action on these other stains, all in one wash.
Now, what would you like?
The Deversol, please.
Persil Micro Liquid tackles fat and a whole load more.
Kellogg's Special K low-calorie breakfast. Get the taste, get the shape.
Jif Micro Liquid, where are you?
Hey, I'm new Jif Micro Liquid. Okay, I'm small, but I've got micro power. With one tiny capful, I clean and dry to a brighter shine all around. It's no wonder everyone's shouting, Jif Micro Liquid, where are you?
He's the best. He outshines the rest.
I'll never go back to denture paste soap powders again.
Here's why. C-Bond Denture Adhesive. 2 powerful adhesives in a soft wafer-thin seal. Bonds dentures to your gums, can hold comfortably all day. There's no messy cleanup and it's so easy to remove. Hold dentures gum tight all day with C-Bond.
You'll never go back to paste or powders again.
We've run out of PG tips. PG tips. I'll be back. You're right, drink here. Oh, come on, Jeff. Ooh, that was a bit ropey. Come on, Jeff, get the PG tips. Come on, Jeff. Diamonds, jewels, golden PG tips. Golden PG tips. Golden PG tips.
Wake up to a golden cup of PG. Tender tips make tastier tea.
Oh, and Jeff, that's the last of the PG tips.
I'll be back.
New Healthy Options meals are tasty, according to the Bird's Eye Chef. Less fat in a chicken tikka masala. Low fat fromage frais. Vegetable curry. And an onion bhaji. Looks good, but let's taste it. And it tastes delicious.
New on a plate, chicken tikka masala. Bird's Eye Healthy Options make tasty options.
Fittipaldi pits on lap 24.
It's a penalty. He's got a stop-and-go penalty for exceeding the speed limit on his original pit stop. So there you see him come in, stop, give him a 2 count, and he's back out underway.
Tracy comes into the pits now. Boy, has this young race driver matured, and I'm so impressed with his performance, even though he's not 100% today. Oh, the engine bobbles. Now it catches. A second or so lost. 15.6 in our clocks here, and a little slow on the get-out.
He lights the tires for a second, then watches his speed. Now we take a look at Mansell.
Yeah, you see, he's not close enough. Oh, Tracy's almost off the racetrack. Look at this, on cold tires, goes into turn 1, way out of the racing groove, off into the gray area. But Mansell, we saw from that boxed picture, is the full length of the straight behind.
42 laps complete, 50 laps of scheduled distance. Tracy still in front.
Mario Andretti going very slowly. Maybe he's out of fuel.
On the outside of pit wall. So there's 4 miles for him to go, right across the start-finish line. Mario is going very, very slowly. That's very unfortunate. He was in 3rd position, and now he's losing positions. Well, let's go back to Derek and Paul.
Mario Andretti slowing on the main stretch, continues past the pit exit, and now comes back up to speed. What's that all about?
No, he's not up to speed. Oh, Buddy Lazier is off. He's on the dirt. Better bring half of it back onto the racetrack again. That's all. That's the last corner. But Mario is in trouble, and he has 4 long, slow miles before he can get back. Look at this. The invisible car is out.
So Mario Andretti gives up 3rd place for the first time today as he slows on the main stretch. That brings Bobby Rahal up into 3rd, followed by Raul Boisel. And they get together. Cheever and Goodyear in their fight get together.
Well, we did finally see another piece of contact. Cheever did make contact earlier, got away with it when he hit Guerrero, and that was the braking area for turn 5. Both cars fighting over the same piece of road, and Cheever comes off the worst. Oh, look at Goodyear, wants everything up. Oh, he's got a puncture. The left rear is punctured on Scott Goodyear's car. Cheever's going to drive by him.
So when he got into Cheever's wing and took it off, it punctured the tire. Goodyear will have to nurse the car back to the pits. Cheever comes up alongside, gets the position as they bump, and both cars are lame.
Oh, look at this. Goodyear, well, he would be lucky to make it all the way back. Reminds you of Damon Hill at the German Grand Prix. When the tire shreds, he will be lucky to make it all the way back without doing too much damage to that car.
A close competition for 8th place. And certainly Scott Goodyear will have to be somewhat aware of doing any further damage to the car and taking it totally out of the fight.
Look at this. Look at this. They're on the grass. They're boxing. It's a boxing match. Now watch what happens here. Cheever tries to come down the inside. Oh, there's contact. Oh, one wheel. Then he takes the front wing off. And that's what punctured the left rear tire of Scott Goodyear. So both cars virtually out of contention because of that over-anxious or over-aggressive move by themselves.
But going into 5 there, Scott Goodyear was having none of that bump and run tactic as he just slammed the door across the front of Cheever. Now Emerson Fittipaldi closing up on the back end of 5th place Ari Luyendyk. Fittipaldi looking for any point that he can garner toward a potential championship. 47 laps complete, 3 to go at Road America, 12 miles.
Fittipaldi has won 3 times here in the past. The chances of him winning here are slim. The chances of him getting Luyendyk's 5th place are good. And Luyendyk knows that. Defensive driving may have to be employed here by Luyendyk to hold off Emerson Fittipaldi. It's the Ford engine down these long straights. Sometimes, what was that puff?
A bit of display at the back. Luyendy's car as his tire lets go. Tire puncture there for Lyondike. As he came through the kink, good piece of handling to get that car under control at that point. But that gives the position away to Fittipaldi, just what he needed. Now Lyondike nurses the car back to the pits.
Well, that was obviously debris. We could speculate that was possibly debris on the racetrack that cut down Lyondike's tire, and we saw it as he went by our camera position.
Because we see the white flag being displayed for the last lap for our leader, Paul Tracy.
Indeed, Paul Tracy with only 6.4 kilometers to go. All he has to do is make it home safely. His lead over Nigel Mansell is 19 seconds. Bobby Rahal is in third place. Would be a rostrum finish for him. What a glad tiding for Bobby Rahal. Raul Boisel is back in fourth place, and Fittipaldi is in fifth. Let's go back to the conclusion of the race.
Paul Tracy has acknowledged the white flag at the start-finish line, indicating one more lap to go. Mario Andretti made it back into the pits. They're still working on his car. Arie Luyendyk made it back into the pits. They did replace that tire, and he is back into the competition. And Scott Goodyear also made it, limping back into the pits as well. But we are on the final lap for Paul Tracy, looking for his fourth win this season, and a road course win once again. Nigel Mansell will continue in the points lead if they finish in this order, as one assumes they will. But Paul Tracy is certainly showing his power, and if he was sent out as the rabbit, he took it all the way to the checkered flag for Roger Penske.
And he is the walking wounded. Walking, not when he's in the racing car. He's been on crutches since that terrible crash on Friday here. Somebody else is off the road big time, but Paul Tracy in the car doesn't seem to have too much trouble.
No one in contest at the top of the order. Tracy followed by Mansell, followed by Rahal and Boisel. Fittipaldi picks up some good luck and moves into fifth place. He climbs the hill for the final time today in the Texaco Haviland 200. And Paul Tracy acknowledges the checker and takes the win. Watching for Nigel Mansell now. His wife happy with that one, of course. Here comes Mansell. Final set of corners. Already he waves at the workers in one of the corner stations. Not in contest with anyone. He climbs the hill. The checkered flag waits for Nigel Mansell, who will continue his point lead by 31 PPG points over Emerson Fittipaldi.
He suspected going into this race that it would be very, very difficult to beat Paul Tracy in that Penske, so he had to go into point scoring mode because this championship is so important to him.
And here comes Bobby Rahal, who finishes in third place. A splendid day for Rahal. His up and down season, battling, trying to get his new car going. Now he's in the lowland doing well. Let's go to Gary.
And here's Roger Penske. 3 days in Germany. You get back late last night, early this morning. You see Paul Tracy drive to victory. Tell us about the maturation of this young man that you've had your eye on.
Well, I think it was a great job, Jerry. You know, he had the accident. I wasn't here on Friday, but he came back, jumped in the backup car, and was able to really command it all through the weekend. I guess it showed that our cars can run on long straightaways with the Chevy motors, which is, I'm glad to see, and Paul did an outstanding job.
And it really tightens things up a little bit here in this championship chase, doesn't it?
Well, it's going to be down to who finishes. I think that's one of the things that Emerson and Paul both have to do is finish every one of these races. So it's anybody's race right now. But again, we still got to catch Mansell.
So a very happy Roger Penske. That was Paul Tracy's fourth win this season, which is as many as Mansell. It was a good day for the current IndyCar champion Bobby Rahal, who eventually managed a podium position. The championship is hotting up with 4 races to go. Emerson hasn't given up yet, and Paul Tracy's form seems to be unstoppable. So the contest is still wide open. And speaking of contests, now it's competition time. You could get a chance to go and see the final race of the season in Monterey, California, if you answer a simple question, then ring us on 0891 33 5522. Nigel Mansell's wife has been a terrific support to him throughout his career. What is her name? Is it A, Julie, or B, Roseanne? For an all-expenses-paid trip to California, ring us on 0891 33 5522. Already on his way is C. Killingsworth of Cleveland. You could join him. Good luck. Well, let's have a final word with today's winner and a not too displeased runner-up.
He was on crutches for about 36 hours or so. He's going to sit here on the suspension. We'll all try to gather our collective breaths, and we'll reach down here, and as he peels off the gloves and as soon as that helmet comes off, we'll get some comments here from Paul Tracy. Victory number 4 this season, and perhaps under the toughest of conditions. Paul, congratulations. Tell us, how tough was it today for you, because we know you were hurting.
Well, it was pretty tough. It was a pretty long race, and I had a good, just tried to keep a good consistent pace, and I have my foot wrapped up and circulation's cut off, so I want to get this bandage off as soon as I can.
They're working down here in this right ankle where there's bruises, and they're going to cut through the tape right now. How difficult was it to brake and to work on the throttle under these conditions?
It was getting pretty tough near the end. My foot had gone to sleep, so it was real tender on the ball of my foot, but we just had it. We built up a big lead because of the pit stops, and we were able to get in and out quick. And I think that's what I was able to just take it easy the last 10 or 12 laps and just really just coast along.
Well, you astounded your crew by getting the pole. You've astounded us all with this performance. Congratulations.
Thanks.
The Penske car was just working fabulous today. You could see on the opening lap, he just shot away, didn't he, and had his own race. He drove great. I drove as hard as I could, and I'm just thrilled that my Ford-powered Lola with the great sponsors that we have. We come in second, because second place, 18 points, is very valuable and it adds to our tally, and I'm just thinking of the championship. But Penske's are going to be tough to try and beat for the end of the year.
Is an unexpected bonus. Dennis knows that the rest of the season will be a different story. The Williams team, with their more powerful engines, remain favourites for the championship. And though Senna may be celebrating his 3rd victory this year, his contract with McLaren has yet to be signed. And Ron's other driver, American Michael Andretti, has only finished twice in the last 6 races. So as Ron toasts Ayrton's lead in the championship, he knows all too well the challenge facing his team just to keep in contention. It's in Portugal 4 months later that the season reaches its climax. Since Monaco, there have been no more McLaren victories. Andretti has gone, and Ron arrives knowing that his off-the-record views about Senna have been misquoted in the press.
I think Ayrton's a little upset. I've been tweaking his tail a bit in the media, which is not normally my style, but it's all been done with humour. I don't think he's smiling yet, but hopefully he'll be smiling tomorrow.
The Estoril circuit is awash with rumours about Senna's future. Now in 3rd place in the championship, he's frustrated with his engine's performance and faces a challenge from a new teammate. The new boy in car number 7 is McLaren's Finnish test driver, Mika Häkkinen. He has replaced Michael Andretti. This will be Mika's first Grand Prix for McLaren. For the next 3 days, Ron Dennis will be in the thick of the action. He's pleased with what the team have developed since the last Grand Prix. The car's performance has been significantly improved. Usually Ron concentrates on Senna's car with Ayrton's race engineer, Italian Giorgio Ascanelli. This weekend, other members of the team get his attention too, especially Häkkinen's engineer, Steve Hallam.
Let me give you a few things what I would like to do. You have a map. I would like to change a few things, definitely.
Mika is putting his experience as a test driver to good use.
Yeah? So that, yeah, so you put the guys together. So, one thing, people knowing about that we've put a new system on the car, and it's one thing them knowing about a braking system. They must even give a remote indication of how it's achieved. And there will be a lot of people looking for the understanding, so we must just close off any dialogue on it.
So far in this Friday practice, Mika is doing well.
8 total 6 times, Mika. 8 total 6 times. And after this tire is going to come off, yeah? That's correct. Right, let's go. Then 4. Racing driver, not highway patrol.
It's been a long time since Ayrton Senna faced competition from his teammate. It's put him on his mettle.
You could put on gearbox 1. 1,5 left then. We know just time below 2. More increment of front riders, lower and lower. 2.
Ron is proud of the team's technology and the competitive edge it gives the cars.
To us, it looks like a series of, of irrelevant data lines, but based on these numbers here, we know exactly where it is on the circuit. And then go into this car system, and he will program the car to be 1 millimetre lower. That moment. And the moment the car gets to that reference point, the front goes down 1 millimetre, and we actually program each corner 4 times, so the car changes its suspension characteristics 4 times in every corner.
And so I would be looking to increase this first run by maybe 1 or 2 laps to get a good feel for the car, so that we get a solid change, another run followed by the final run on new tyres. I think that's what we'll have to do.
If you're going to do that, I'll put another lap on here.
Another lap on that one.
But it's only my suggestion. You do what you want.
I like to think that I have something to contribute. Obviously, having started motor racing in 1966, I've got quite a lot of experience to bear. But to be honest, it would probably function pretty well without me. When I'm talking to the mechanics or to David, team manager, it's really to reassure myself that they're thinking the way I'm thinking.
I'll call everyone together and get them in the garage and say
If there's a little uncertainty, or if they feel indecisive about an issue, that I can add my opinion and hopefully contribute to the decision being taken correctly.
Like now.
And no loss of power at any revs.
Oh, there. That noise is a funny noise.
Ayrton is positive there's something wrong with his engine, but the engineers are not so sure.
If we believe him, which I'm sure we do, we've got no alternative than to change it. I don't think we should waste time on anything else. I think we've got to change it. He's adamant. I mean, that it's got the noise. The engine runs all right, all the valves are there, but I can't see any alternative to changing it. If he's adamant as the noise, I don't think he would say the noise, What do you think? Would you leave it in? I'm asking you. I'm asking you. What would you do?
The problem's not that. The problem's the engine's going in there.
Do they change what appears to be a perfectly good engine simply because of a driver's hunch?
Well, we don't even have to change it.
Okay, this is the best engine. He's got the other 3 engines are down. We'll give him the option. Do you want to...
Team manager Dave Ryan decides to take the risk. When the old engine is stripped down, they find a defective camshaft. Ayrton was right. At the end of the first morning practice, Mika has done astonishingly well. He's almost as fast as Senna.
I may do, yes, but I'll let you know.
Meanwhile, Ron has a date with Finland's press, who want to know what he thinks of his new driver.
And what's the problem in a high speed is to understand. Feels on the back end, goes like this in a high speed and pushing the front. Right. And it makes the car very unstable. You can't really be hard on the power, because if you try to go on hard on the power, you're going to spun. And if you you have to back off all the time to be under the limit. And
well, it's a shame. I mean, he's got 2 disadvantages. One is that he's too good looking. Another big disadvantage, especially around me, is he's got too much hair. The fact remains that he's very professional. Of course, there's a bit of immaturity there, but that's because he's young. I find it anyway extremely refreshing. There's a little bit of naivety there, but it's a good value. It's not a bad one. It's nice to see sort of the degree of innocence. I can just imagine the headline now in Finland. Ron Dennis says Mika Häkkinen is immature and naive.
Time for the first qualifying session. Mika rehearses the drive ahead. It's a good session for McLaren. Senna is third quickest, and Mika only 200ths of a second behind him.
Your split time, you were much quicker than Mika. Up until the last corner, you lost a huge amount of time.
What's the second one?
Traffic. Otherwise it was good. Balance was basically the same what it was in the first one. Otherwise it was good.
You can't say anything else but good in the last 2 days.
Tell you something.
He likes it.
Good.
Continue the play because he likes
No,
it.
let me tell you. Good does not make the car go quicker.
No.
Yeah, but carry on saying that because he needs it.
Okay, you can get the best engine for tomorrow now.
Mika has driven well, but Ron is not a man to let him rest on his laurels.
You go and get on with your job.
What are we going to do now?
Well, you're going to go and do it's called technical debrief. I know that you probably haven't been to one of these before. It means you've got to work still.
Sure.
Look at all the data and try and make the car go quicker. What do you think?
In general, I'm very happy about the running stuff in the last run.
Yeah, but put it behind you.
Huh?
Put it behind you. If you know you can do it, you can
Sure,
do it tomorrow.
I can do it, but it's just the traffic.
Same for everybody.
Same for everybody. I know that.
You should be completely satisfied with your first day. And I can assure you the whole team is. So they're professionals, they know. They saw the split times and everything, so it doesn't matter. But get out your ovals and get to work. Make it quicker.
Yeah, I'm going to go. To make it good.
Good.
After practice comes a piece of news that stuns the paddock and has profound implications for the McLaren team. Alain Prost, who seems set to clinch his 4th World Championship this weekend, announces his intention to retire at the end of the season.
Vous en doutez un petit peu depuis quelques minutes. Cette petite conférence de presse est donc destinée à vous annoncer que je ne courrai plus en Formule 1 après le Grand Prix d'Adélaïde 80.
Now there'll be a vacancy at Williams, and it's no secret that Senna wants to fill it.
So has Ayrton actually made a statement?
Ayrton hasn't made an official statement, but he has said to me personally that he is, because I heard it all over the place and I just collared him. I said, Ayrton, you need to please tell me what you've said. He said, yes. I won't be driving for you. I have decided to leave the team at the end of the season. It is a decision that I've had matured within me for a while. And I've known for some time I had to change team.
Later that day, Senna, in an uncomfortable meeting with Ron, tells him of his intention to leave McLaren at the end of the season.
Quite used to going to work in the dark. In fact, probably you're more used to the dark than you are going to work, I suppose, really.
Yeah.
It's quite a busy weekend, really. I mean, you're seeing Prost's retirement, which really I was aware of 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's certainly news to the world, but it's not news to me. You're seeing that'll probably trigger off Ayrton moving to Williams. I'm happy for Ayrton. I think maybe for both of us it's time for change, and I only think of the good times we shared, and I'm sure that he's going to win races in Williams, and I just hope that it's not too many, and that Mika's performance yesterday's continues through and sees him offer a threat.
You can check me if you want. Thank you. Oh. Do you want my card? Nice one.
Yeah, he left. He's going to be trouble, I tell you. This one's going to be trouble.
Ron and Senna patch up yesterday's row.
Let's try and do it best we can for both of us. Okay, we put behind us what happened.
For sure.
Good.
Even without you saying anything, that was my goal anyway.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but even without talking to you, if we didn't talk at all, I wouldn't change. I was going to go exactly as I always try. You know, because there is no other way of doing it for me.
Right? No, there isn't for me. I know. I think you know that. I'm very sincere about what I said.
Whatever the drivers promise, they know the problem is power, as Ron reminds the men from his engine suppliers, Cosworth.
I can look at putting that sort of deal together.
And if you can't, then you've got to sit and talk, you know, in a way that, you know, allows both sides to feel comfortable that they've got the basis of a future. I want to win. If you make an engine that I can win with, then I'll use it.
It's 1 o'clock and the final qualifying session. Mika is keen to improve on yesterday's time. Mika has done remarkably well. He's third fastest so far.
You've got 15 minutes before you must get in the car. So, tell me.
What's the situation? I'm still third?
You're still third. Ayrton hasn't gone yet.
How's it feel on the springs? Any different or? At a high speed or low speed? Everything. Under braking, cornering. Just good fun.
Pressure's all right.
Tires, yeah. I screwed up the last one. I went fast, medium fast, fast. I slowed down and fast. Yeah. I went.
Lost the pressure.
I lost the first corner completely.
Right.
I'm gonna go in a truck.
Okay, go where it's quiet.
I want to see what Arthur does, and then I want to go in a truck just to get the feeling.
There are a few minutes left before the end of qualifying. It's Ayrton's last chance to beat Mika's time. Qualifying's over, and to the team's surprise, the new boy has beaten the veteran by a fraction of a second. Mika will be third on the grid, and Ayrton fourth.
But in general, to be third in a qualifying in a Formula One first time in my life, it feels exciting. And I'm looking forward to it tomorrow.
For Ron, it's been the best Saturday this season. For a while, he can relax.
Hello. Oh, boy. Hi, Charlie Rascal. What are you doing? Playing? Can I speak to Big Boy? Oh, hello, Big Boy. What are you doing? You're playing too? Golly gosh, sounds like a lot of playing going on there. Are you going to watch the racing cars? You're not? Oh, you are? Oh, not yet. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Sunday, race day. The cars are set up and ready to race. Now it's down to the drivers. The Finn, who's racing for the first time for the team, and the Brazilian, whose 6 years with McLaren are almost over.
I feel really good. I feel relaxed. And I know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
Well, if you want to understand so, I'm planning to take a lead in the first corner and try to keep the others behind me so long time what I can. But because lack of power, it's very hard to do that on the straights. And it's going to be difficult, but we are good on the corners and we have to wait and see.
What about the traffic jam at the first corner?
It's not going to be a problem. I mean, if I'm going to get the lead immediately, there's no traffic if you're leading. Thanks.
Took the T car, came in, jumped in the T car, sat in the car, sort of negative, shaking his head.
I don't think excitement is the right word. You know, there's a pleasure in succeeding. There's a lot of pain in failure, and there's more failure than there is success. In the sport, so really you just know that one way or the other you're going to have some sort of emotion at the end. Most of the time it's negative, unfortunately.
Ron takes his place on the pit lane wall, where he'll spend the race.
Do you think Mika jumped the start? No, I don't think so. It's creeping. I hope they don't.
Deciding race tactics with Ron are Dave Ryan and the two engineers.
I thought you could overtake on this place. No way. They are quicker than us on the straight. Got to be clever on the stop. We want to stop early, not late, huh? Told you. It's me. Look. He's running a second. Say a second. How many laps before this gap is big enough to get in and out? you understand? So we can get out in front of Berger. How much do you think we need? At least 16 laps.
On the 20th lap, before Ayrton's scheduled tyre change, his engine blows up.
Engine's blown up. Oh, he's blown behind you. I don't know what it was. Okay.
Attention is now on Mika, stuck behind the Ferrari. A well-timed tyre change could put him ahead.
When are you going to stop?
We're thinking about it the next lap or so. You're going to call him, Steve?
Say when?
Any time after he goes past.
Okay, I'm going to go for it.
Bring in Schumacher in as well.
Ferraris are coming in as well. Stop, we got to say stop, stop, stop.
The tactic doesn't work because the Ferrari came in at the same time. Mika is still behind it.
We should have let it, as soon as we realised the Ferrari was coming in, we should have let him run. I don't think we should stop twice. I think it's better.
Well, let's just pan it out. How did the wear look, Steve? Just a little bit higher than prediction, but we should be able to make it on this set if we want to.
For 10 laps, Mika tries to get past. Then on lap 32, he tries too hard.
You okay?
It's part of it. Sorry?
Shouldn't happen. What happened because I was really close to Alesi. And we came out of the corner. Because I was so close, I lost downforce. Went top of the curve. And didn't come back. Because he was too quick on the straights. It wasn't pulling enough. It wasn't pulling enough.
You've got to learn by these things.
I just wanted to do well.
I know. You did do well. Qualified third. Right? Put it behind you. Did a good job. Can't get changed.
In a weekend when Prost clinched the championship and McLaren's star driver is on the move, Ron Dennis remains determinedly philosophical about not winning the race.
Well, it's not the first. It's not going to be the last. I think you've just got to look for the good points in the weekend. I mean, Nico did a good job. Made a mistake, but, you know, just getting a bit frustrated, sat behind the Ferrari. You know, you just got to put it behind you and look forward. It's the Monday mornings that hurt when you wake up and you think another one we could have won. You know, this would have been a race we could have won. That's motor racing.